Hey there, one of the questions I get on a regular basis from friends of mine, past clients, and people on my mailing list and email list is, what do I need to do to get my house ready to sell? A lot of times I say, could you come over and take a look at what things I need to do that would cost me some money or save me money, and what that's going to mean for me. Hey, it's Anthony Carr with Anthony Carr Associates, LLC, powered by Remax West End. And so today you're going to look at a few things here. It's 4 items that I give to my potential clients who are going to sell their houses. One is on decluttering. This is kind of in order of cost for return: paint, flooring, and then fixtures on what it would take to get your house ready for the market. So number 1 is decluttering. I think that's no new thing to people. It's not new to you, but it's one of the biggest power struggles I see with sellers as they're getting ready to put their house on the market. Between each other, husband, wife, or housemates, but also between me and them. And I'm saying, come on, what do you need to hang on to this? So some tips on the decluttering is, number 1, get rid of old and forgotten items. Not talking about your grandparents here, but things in the house that maybe you just have not, you forgot you still had it. You thought that you gave that away years ago, things like that. And so with that one, you want to take a look at, how do I get rid of that quickly? There's the donation, there's the selling, there's the setting out at the curb, that kind of thing. So you obviously want to start decluttering throughout the house. And I would start with your closets, and then also the big items that are just hanging around. You're wondering why they're still there. Because at the point that you're decluttering, you're going to find things you do want to keep. And so when you do that, what you can do is, like, let me go ahead and pack that way. Real quick tip on the packing. Buy all your boxes from the same store. I've seen people go and just pick up boxes from somewhere, or maybe they know someone that just got reassigned from one place here to the Pentagon. Oh, I'll go get their boxes, and then they wonder why they're playing a game of Tetris when it comes to putting those things in storage or packing them. All the big box stores like Lowe's and Home Depot and places like that, and the moving companies, they don't keep their boxes the same size. So decide where you're going to buy them from, and buy them from the one place. So the small, the large, the medium, they're all the same size boxes. So when you start putting them away, they will fit very nicely. But you're looking to pull the things out that you haven't used in a year. Clothing is a very easy thing. Pieces of furniture, just household items you're not using, and maybe you're going to sell in March, April. Well, guess what? You don't need all your house decorations for the holidays anymore. So go ahead and put all that away into a storage unit. If you're going to sell, there's 3 places I suggest for people. Obviously, Facebook Marketplace is a good place to put items. OfferUp is a good app where there's a lot of people in the area that use OfferUp. And Craigslist, I suggest Craigslist for items such as large furniture that you're going to just give away, outside furniture, patio furniture, tools that you're going to sell, things such as that. So different users use different types of apps. But as you're putting things online, be sure to give really good descriptions of them, several pictures for the one item, but also measurements. Measurements are huge, particularly when you're talking about furniture. And then you can have a yard sale, but if you're going to have a yard sale, I would couple it with putting the time period that people can come look at the items they want to pick up from you in like a 9 to 1 or a 12 to 4. And when they say, hey, I want to come by and take a look at that bed, or I want to pick up the tool chest that you're, say, great, you can come here Saturday 12 to 4, that's when I'm doing it. And don't get caught into you have a proverbial yard sale going on for weeks while you're trying to sell this stuff. So just kind of control which way you're going to do that and how you're going to do that, so that you're the one in control. Main thing here, take action. Don't hesitate on items. And this is particularly when it comes to the value of the items you're selling. Remember, you're not Target, you're not Macy's, you're not dealing with Wayfair. You're dealing with second, third, fourth hand items that you really just need to get rid of. So, it's better to sell something for $10 when you think it's worth $25. Sell it for $10, because otherwise you're going to store it, you're going to move it, and it's going to cost you more. Plus, you want to get rid of it anyway. But it's just funny to watch people put value on stuff. They say, well, I can't let that go for $10. Someone shows up, you're selling it for 20. They say, will you take 10? Make a decision. Yes, I'll take 10. Get it out of your garage. Get it out of your basement. First thing you want to do with your house, if you do nothing else, is we want to paint. Paint is like grace. It covers a multitude of defects, okay? So in the paint, I get this question all the time. Do I still have to paint it gray? No, you don't. If you don't want to sell it quickly, you don't have to paint it gray. You can hot pink or anything like that. But honestly, the way that we sell a house is not the way that we live in a house. So you may not like the gray. It may not be your favorite color. But if you've been living in the house for quite a while, it's time to go ahead and freshen it up. And a coat of paint is the best way to do that. I like to go with the grays, light grays like Pebble or Gray Owl. But if you find those online, then kind of stick to that category of, or that color of paint on the gray area. That's a cool gray. You could do some off-whites as well if you want to look at that. You want to go with flat or satin in your living areas and your bedrooms, okay? That's what you want to go with. When you get to the kitchen, that's when you can have the semi-gloss. Glosses really, or high glosses kind of really bounce off of you. It makes the light reflect, almost like a mirror, so you don't really want to do that. You want to warm it up a little bit, and the flatter paints will do that. So living areas, bedrooms, flat and satin, kitchen, bath, semi-gloss. And then the question comes up, should I paint my kitchen cabinets? I usually find that when you're asking that, they look kind of grody, so probably you do need to paint it or do something with that, clean them up, and you can paint them. The best suggestion on that, honestly, is go to your favorite search engine and search before and after paint, cabinet painting. You'll get a lot of good options there, a lot of good ideas. But remember, you're painting to sell. You're not painting to decorate. And I think a lot of times, many sellers I'll get together with, well, I just don't like that color. I don't like the way that, I want to do the two-tone. You're selling. You're not decorating. You're not going to live there. Don't try to decorate the place for the next buyer, because they're probably not going to like it. Anyway, sorry, no offense, but that's just the way it is. Let's just get that job done and make sure that we're preparing our house to sell, and not that we're trying to prepare our house to live in it for the next 10 years. That's for the next flooring. This can be a little expensive. If you can just pick up, clean up, do a good shampoo on the carpet, that's great. But if you've got stains, you've lived there a while, you've had pets, a lot of foot traffic, it's time to go ahead and get the flooring done. Luxury vinyl plank is probably one of the highest selling right now. The challenge you have with all these fix-up items that you're putting in the house right now in 2021 is, going probably into 2022, you need to be asking the manufacturers in the storefronts, what's getting here quickly? Are you going to have to order this? Is it going to have to come from overseas? So be sure to ask that question. What kind of delay are we on materials? I've got a listing that we've been working on since last year, 2020, mid-year, and we're still waiting on some of the products to come in from overseas. So be sure to ask about that. But the luxury vinyl plank looks like wood, can set like wood, and it's not the old cheap, linoleum and pergo type of the lower end of pergo. So you want to look at that for your flooring. If you've got carpeted area in bedrooms, that's probably going to work pretty well. Just if you're looking to replace your carpeting, though, in the main level areas, go with the same look throughout the whole main level. That's usually what you want to go with, and luxury vinyl plank works well with that. Hardwood, you could refinish, you could refurbish. A really great video on Home Depot. I'm not promoting Home Depot, but I'm just saying they have a good video on if you want to refinish your hardwoods. It's on their website or on their YouTube channel. The great thing about it is that it shows you all the tools you're going to need to refinish that hardwood, and it could either excite you because you love do-it-yourself items, or it could be overwhelming and make you think, okay, I need to find a refinishing guy for hardwood floors. But your flooring is the third level of getting your house ready to go, because people come in and they look at that, they say, is it painted? Is the flooring look good? Okay, I can move in. And then we get into fixtures, which is another inexpensive way to freshen up an older house but make it look good. So you're talking about your lights as you come in, the entry level. If you have any brass fixtures in your house, it's screaming 1990s, okay? So you need to get rid of that and put in the brushed nickel, the iron, or the antique. metals that are there. Lots of opportunities there to freshen up and make that look really well. But if you replace one, try to keep that same motif going through the whole house. The entryway, your bathrooms, the bedrooms, kitchen, and the dining room. Now, I'm not talking about going out and spending thousands of dollars for a brand new chandelier, but most times there are some very affordable fixtures that you can change out in the house that will freshen it up and make it look really nice. Then we get to the final piece, and that's the faucets and the fixtures, the hardware in your kitchen and your bath. Just take a look at that. It just needs something that needs to be freshened up on that. As far as getting those things finished. Now, the final piece of this is the big ticket items. When buyers come in, they look at your property and they're going to write an offer. Here's the question I always get. How old is the roof? How old is the HVAC? And how old is the water heater? So those are the three items there. If you're looking at your roof is 20 years old, then you may be getting someone in there is like, I know in 5 years that's over with. Or you got you have a water heater that's 15 or 20 years old. That's going to be an issue for some people because you don't want to, even in a hot market, folks will come in, buy the property, feel really good about it, and then they're going to start going over in their mind, or the parents or someone else is going to come in and say, hey, how old's that roof? What about this? And what about that? And they're going to realize I'm going to move in and I'm going to have $40,000 or $30,000 of fix-ups. And I just competed and paid $20,000 over on this property. So you want to make sure that all these things are they're fixed. You've had them checked out. You've had them looked over, because you don't want to get into selling in a hot market and then suddenly that buyer decides to pull out because now they're just nervous, even though those items may be in good working order. You want to assure they're in good working order. So just get them checked out, have some professionals look at it. And that will wrap this up today on getting your house ready for sale. Those are the highlights. If you want a fine-tooth comb look at what it would take to get your home on the market, give me a call. I'm at anthonycarr.net. Contact me there, or you can call me and you can find the phone number online as well. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.